In the headlines, the staff of the water and sewage company Wasco takes civil action on Wednesday by going on a go-slow. Promising news as Prime Minister Alan Shasney reveals the construction of 6 new courtrooms.
The new police headquarters that's going to be built near the old prison will include 6 courts.
And St. Lucia has been chosen as the island of choice for the cover of the 56th annual edition of Sports Illustrated.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with lovely St. Amy Joseph.
Good evening. It is Wednesday, the 8th of May, 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 Nightly News on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM 105.5 and 105.9, as well as on our free app. Just search for Caribbean Hot FM in the Play Store. I'm Rochelle Gonzalez, standing in for lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. The mourning community of Marsha has laid a loved one to rest on Wednesday afternoon. The life of 33-year-old Chad Ramsey was snuffed out at around 1 p.m. on Thursday, the 18th of April, by a lone gunman. The incident occurred on Brogley Street, Castries, whilst Ramsey was walking along with his younger brother. According to reports, Ramsey, who was the father of a young son, was shot twice in the head whilst trying to quell an altercation between his brother and the assailant. The death of the 33-year-old dealt a heartbreaking blow to the Marsha community, as he was well known as a hard-working, quiet and respectful peacemaker. The funeral was held at the Cathedral Basilica of the Immaculate Conception in Castries. Wasco employees are reportedly taking industrial action by taking part in a go-slow on Wednesday. A reputable source tells Hot 7 News that the workers are fed up of broken promises. Solange Alfred has the details.
The workers of the water and sewage company Wasco have reportedly proceeded on a go-slow on Wednesday. According to reports from a reputable source, the workers are taking action for a number of grievances which they believe have been ignored for too long. Some of those grievances include the failure to pay the 10% sewer allowance on pay rates, which was agreed upon over 5 years ago, as well as the failure to pay the one-off 10% increase to workers as payback, which was promised about 6 years ago. According to the source, the matter was taken up with the union representing the workers, as well as Wasco's board of directors, who agreed to make the payments. However, to date, there has been no changes or adjustments paid on the sewer rates. The workers reportedly held a closed-door meeting with their union representative later in the day. The date for the end of the go-slow is yet to be revealed.
Promising news as Prime Minister Alan Shasney reveals that 6 more courtrooms are currently being built on site and in conjunction with the new Castries Police Headquarters. This, he says, will help bring the number of backed-up homicide cases down.
Promising news as Prime Minister Alan Shasney revealed that 6 more courtrooms are currently being built on site and in conjunction with the new Castries Police Headquarters. This, he said, will help bring the number of backed-up homicide cases down. Prime Minister Shasney said currently the time taken for murder trials to be heard is far too long.
We are in discussions about bringing in more judges in, but I can't bring more judges in until I have physical space to be able to do them. Now, you recall when I came in as Prime Minister, not even 1 week in office, and I got a briefing and understood how bad things were, because I knew they were bad. I didn't know they were that bad. And I was prepared to offer the Ministry of Finance building to be able to house the courts. And in fact, we went through an analysis for over 3 months and holding on the transitioning of the civil servant staffs into the Ministry of Finance in that building. So I was heartbroken when the decision was made not to do that, because that set us back a couple of years until we can get proper courts in. So the new police headquarters that's going to be built near the old prison will include 6 courts, and primary 4 criminal courts.
The Prime Minister said there are upsides to having courtrooms built in said area.
It's in that location, not part of the building, but the fact is we can benefit from the security in that area, because obviously there is always a concern with regards to security in those buildings.
Another existing issue, he said, is payment for magistrates. He said sacrifices must be made.
Let's fix the court system. Let's get some more judges in. We're having a difficulty in recruiting magistrates, because when you look at the cost of living and also the salaries we're paying for magistrates in the Windward Islands, and you compare it to the Leeward Islands, big difference. And so therefore, people are not prepared to leave the Leewards to come and work in the Windwards. In fact, the OECS Secretariat is having the same difficulty. So it means that we've now got to be able to increase the salaries. So we are looking at giving magistrates tax-free salaries in this country in order to do a better job of recruiting new magistrates into the country. So the physical space and then the manning of those issues.
The PM said there are currently thousands of cases, including homicide, backed up in the court system waiting to be tried. Tranquil waters, soft white sand and friendly faces best describes Sugar Beach, a Viceroy resort in Soufrière. However, the National Workers Union has sprung into action following the announcement that the resort was acquired by an affluent Bermudan.
Sitting on 100 acres of lush land, accompanied by a backdrop of the iconic Pitos and greeted with white sand beaches, Sugar Beach Resort is an idyllic location on island. The news of the recent acquiring of the company by Bermudan family, the Greens, incited a quick response from the National Workers Union. Deputy President General NWU Solis Myers said a meeting is in the works to discuss with the new management of the resort a number of key industrial factors that will work towards the benefit of the employees.
We'll be meeting with the company in about 2 weeks because we have to start the negotiations. What they have assured us is that everything is going to remain as is. What I can let you know right now, at that meeting we'll be speaking in terms of the workers, their years of service, their existing benefits packages, moving on, and some sort of assurance from the company as it relates to job security.
Although concerns have been raised about the future of employees of Sugar Beach Resort, Myers says the road ahead seems smoothly paved. Representatives from the NWU are leaning on their long-standing relationship with the company to ensure workers remain confident in regards to job security during the industrial negotiations.
So all of these will be done on the agenda when we start our negotiations. We've been with the company for over 10 years, so we have a pretty good industrial relationship. So we're looking forward to basically securing that, making sure the workers are protected and moving on in terms of the negotiations.
It has been reported that the Bermudan family who acquired the luxury resort Sugar Beach, a Viceroy resort, also owns a beach club and housing development. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. Still to come, St. Lucians are implored to fight hypertension, and the island is chosen to be featured on a major international magazine. All this and more coming up after the break.